Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne, and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm super grateful to be here with you, as always. It is my passion, my pleasure, and my purpose. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today we're on the featured sign of Aries. Aries, it is April 1st, 2021, brand new month, your sun season, through the 19th of April. So a lot of beautiful, powerful, wonderful, new, energetic, passionate, exciting, there's so many beautiful energies coming through for you. So you've got the sun in your sign, the first house, which is your solar return now with your season of Aries. You start the year, it's a brand new year in astrology. We started the new, you're a cardinal sign, you initiate a season of spring. Excuse me if I'm tripping over my words. You initiated spring only, not quite 2 weeks ago. And we have the moon in Sagittarius. So there's these two beautiful, harmonious fire energies working in tandem, in optimism, in spirited, motivated, let's get this doing, let's get this done, let's make this happen. And I don't know, other than maybe getting fooled today, be careful you don't get fooled. And if you want to fool someone, make them laugh, make it fun, right? It's always kind of exciting. I always try it. I'm not always successful. But so we're going to read for you, Aries. And by the way, besides the sun, I was starting to say, you have Venus in your sign, okay? And I'm not exactly sure when. It might be just a little later on that Mercury joins the brigade and the party. And then, of course, the new moon in your sign on the 11th, which is just, it's everything you could imagine as far as making it happen. And that's what you're about anyway. That's what your personality's always been. You're the initiator. You're the leader. You're very confident. People look to you. And there's going to be a lot of time, I would say, in these next 2 weeks where you're going to be in the spotlight, for better or worse. And even the areas I know, because there are areas that are a little more low-key and don't necessarily want the attention, that will be happening in some form. It could be behind the scenes, it could be with your relationship specifically. Very prominent energy for relationships too, Aries. So if you're feeling it like I'm understanding it with the astrological aspect of things and the planets, that the way they're lined up, and then of course the messages we'll be finding out about, it's on. It's a powerful, beautiful, beautiful time. It's exciting. I feel great sense of, invigoration, and like just got this momentum that's coming back and has been coming back. Remember, you had Mars, your ruling planet, that fiery warrior, aggressive kind of planet that gets you going, that gets everybody going when Mars is in your sign. We get to all reap the benefits as well. It was in retrograde in your sign for 6 months. You're still kind of getting that back and that mojo, right? That's something you're so used to, and it made sense from last year. But I don't like to talk about last year so much because we're in the present time. We're in the 4th month. 4 represents stability, progress, success, contentment, security, all the things that are so important that you work and strive so hard for coming into play, okay? And you're a great manifester, as we all can be. And I just see you focusing on that. Mind you, Gemini, your ruling planet Mars is in Gemini. And that's going to be that way through April 23rd, I believe. That's about travel. That's about, motion, anything motion, your mind, your ability to think and maybe study something new, but definitely travel. Going on a vacation. Who doesn't want to do that during their birthday season? I know now that more things are opening up and still being safe. It's exactly what seems appropriate to you. And if you're not going to do it immediately, you're going to plan for it. If you are not a subscriber and you want to subscribe by the end of this video, I would greatly appreciate you doing that for a couple of reasons. First of all, it helps my channel immensely. It's all about growing, and YouTube wants to see that. And then they in turn help me, and they sharing their videos, liking them. But more importantly, you can comment to me and you can let me know how these readings are resonating or if they're not, and really kind of just, become a part of my tribe, for lack of a better way to describe it. So moving on with that, let's see who your highlighted connection is for today, Aries. I looked it up. The beginning of March was your first highlighted was Libra. perfect. That full moon in Libra that just happened on the weekend, that's going to be affecting you for another 2 weeks plus. And that's absolutely about love and relationships. And it's not because Libra's your polar opposite. There's always this magnetizing kind of energy that's always happening. And it's in the house of relationships specifically. And that's what Libra, that's her main claim to fame. In addition to balance and being ruled by Venus, which is love and passion and beauty and harmony and all the beautiful things. But it's also money. New ways to improve and to add to and to initiate perhaps brand new avenues to create money is huge. So yeah, your first, highlight connection in March was Libra. Then it went for the mid months because I do the beginning, which is the first half of the month I'm doing now, starting with you, ending with Pisces. And then the second half of the month for you last month was Capricorn. Very different, but very important because Capricorn is very much about succeeding. You know, they are very serious about what they do, but they're very, very capable. They too are cardinals. So the cardinals, well, Capricorn initiates the season of winter. You initiate the season of spring. Complete opposition, but yet works together. You know how that can work. Oppositions actually complement each other in a lot of ways. You go from the barren and the leaves have fallen and all that sort of thing in most seasons of winter, and then we're starting fresh, boy, making it happen. It just excites me to say that. Let's see who your highlighted connection is. Of course, that means for those that are new, my format is I read for this highlighted connection 3 specific major categories, okay? And then I go on to, I've added a rune that I'm going to add, which I love. It's a new, beautiful, it's not new, it's new to me. I've had this beautiful set since Christmas. I've been studying and interested in them since 97, I think I was saying, and I'd go online and I'd have to get my rune for the day. But there's so much to learn and I'm really at the very beginning of it. So I'll share that with you. It kind of really is the cherry on the sundae, if you will, about the message and the storyline going for you. And then I read 2 oracles for every single Aries and every one of your connections if this highlighted connection is not someone you specifically are aware of yet or know about. When I do, I'll be darned. We're not going to do that because you just got that. Oh, it's Aries. It's you. You and you, which is kind of funny because, Aries is me and this is the way it's going to be and it's strong and it's bold and it goes for whatever it wants and it generally always gets it. And I like that. That's pretty cool. It could be, and I could be doing an Aries and Aries. So let me just try one more time and see if Spirit leads it that way again. Leo, wait 1 second. Wait just a doggone second. I think Leo got Aries. It makes perfect sense. The perfect triad, right? Because you're in your season, right? Aries, and then we have the moon in Sagittarius. So you're highlighted today being Leo. It'd be really funny. What was Leo's? It was Aries. But that's fine. Let's do it because this is a beautiful, compatible, very fiery, very passionate relationship. There's no mistaking when you see an Aries and a Leo enter a room. You feel the energy from so far away and it's brilliant and it's bright and it's contagious. It's really fun and it's exciting. So I like that a lot. And I've covered pretty much everything I could say about you, Aries. You're a cardinal sign. You are absolutely the pioneer. You start the year. You start the new first month of spring. It's all beautiful. And it can be a lot in some ways for some people, but not you. Nope, you don't even look that way. You have this really cool kind of, I want to say naive, but almost childlike energy about you. Like you just go for things like a kid in a candy store. You don't want to think about the ifs and ands and buts and impulsiveness is part of your characteristic. And yeah, I mean, in the shadowy side, it could be like you want to watch that, right? Of course. But the Mars being your ruling planet, it's kind of almost not easy to do at all. Okay, not almost. It's really not easy to do. So therefore, you go forward with your ram, your horns. You see what you can do with everything you are, with the best of intentions. And if something has to be redone or you were maybe too impulsive, you didn't check something out, you go in a direction where it does work. You don't hold on to the negativity. You don't have time for that. It's super wonderful. It's like a child have a tantrum, they're over it, right? Fire tends to have, you know, flare-ups, you know, fire does that. Funny thing about that. They get heated and it's done. You know, it burns off what needs to be burned off and done. Start fresh, start over. And so, yeah, but the childlike part of you, I find a lot of Aries have that childlike quality throughout their life. And it's important. You got to be in touch with your child. You have to have fun and laugh as much as possible. And you like to get your body moving. You need to kind of be moving literally, you know. And then this beautiful highlighted of Leo, like I said, it's a wonderful combination. You know, you both have so much passion behind what you do, and you really authentically want to do your best, and you want to share that. And Leo is opposed to you, but also like you, I'm not going to lie, wants the attention, loves to be center stage. I mean, the whole world is a stage to Leo, trust me. Having two brothers that are Leo and in the arts and the best in their field, basically. It's really cool and inspiring, and I totally supported them always. And they have such huge hearts. You can't help but just like kind of fall for that, you know, and just really want to be a part of that. Generous to a fault, no holds barred. You know, when Leo has a love or an attraction or family, or anybody they have their mind or, you know, set on, they are going to give it their absolute most, as are you, Aries. So if anything, you'll just be battling to who can give the most, you know, Easter eggs at Easter, for example. It's like, who can have the best Easter egg hunt? It's a positive, right? Like attracts like in this situation. Yes, your heads could probably, you know, you might, what's the term? I don't even know. I'm just, you know, I like to keep it light and positive. Everybody has times when, you know, they might be so strong and A-type personalities, as they call them, that, yeah, you just have to work through that. And you will. You truly will, because when it comes to the heart, that's essential and important for you to find that common ground. You work well together as far as your inspiration and your desires and your dreams. You go all out. There's no holding back. Leo is a fixed sign. Little more set in their ways, perhaps, you know, I mean, it's okay. When they're determined and they want something, like I said, they make it happen. And you don't want somebody that's going to quit or fight. That's not usually the people you have in your surroundings. You want to see people equally as excited and exuberant and with the energies that are going to, you know, take off. So, yeah, I like it a lot. Let's see what the cards have to say for your messages, because it feels good already, and there's a lot of positive energy in the atmosphere for you, Aries, but also for this beautiful highlighted connection of Leo with you being the season and them being a fellow fire sign. So let's see. Let's see what's happening. There's also, I want to say, a lot of creativity that's happening. A lot of creativity that's available to you. I've literally dropped half the deck. Bear with me 1 second. And I do want to say that I wanted to get these out before I left today, because yesterday it took a long time to upload again. And I was so excited when I first got my new camera with a lot more storage and everything in it. I was just really jazzed about the fact that it seemed to upload really quick. So hopefully that'll happen again with this new beautiful energy that's coming through. And what I do is I read 3 major categories. Like I said, the first category is always the energy and overall energy that brings you to this reading to the beginning of the month. And you won't necessarily always feel the energies immediately. Some do right away. Maybe you already felt it yesterday. And it's very, very in line with what's happening in your life. But if not, you know, don't give up. There's a lot of things that happen that may not have happened at the beginning of the day. You know how it is. By the end of the day, it's a whole different story. And overall, we have good energy today. We do have a little bit of a, what's it called? It's not a conjunct. That's when it works, and it's like it's an easier energy. But we have a square between Mercury, the mind, the thoughts, how we communicate, what we're saying, maybe transportation, and is it Pluto? Yeah, our transformation, the secretive, deep part of us that wants to succeed and do well, and sometimes, you know, downplays what we are and stuff. If we let ourselves do that. Think positive, okay? If you see yourself veering off that way in any way, or somebody's trying to bring that on you, don't allow it in. And I know you won't. You're good about that. Actually, you're the cheerleaders for people a lot of time, Aries, so it's really nice. I really love Aries. I've had many Aries friends, and my father, God love him, bless his soul. His birthday's Aries. Yeah, his birthday's Aries. His birthday's April 15th. But, so your card, your beautiful card, your overall energy, what the heck is it? It's the Hangman, upside down, in reverse. I like that a lot. Hangman represents the sign of Pisces. Pisces is pretty prevalent too in some ways, because Neptune, the planet of mystery, the god of underworld, you know, the sea, the water, the things we can't see, the mysterious, the thing I love about my life, my spiritual life, my channel, you know, MaryAnne's mystic mentions, the things that are absolutely happening that we can't necessarily see, but we feel it. And when you have Pisces, that's all about feel, because they're about the cups, the water, the intuition, the knowing, the wisdom, you know, from many, many lifetimes, and just bringing it forth to share. The creativity is amazing when you have Pisces energy. And many Aries and Pisces really sort of just kind of connect. I've noticed that through the years of readings and doing, you know, compatibility readings for people. It's uncanny, but it's beautiful, and it makes sense. The softening of the watery aspect that kind of tames and, you know, subdues the fiery passion that can overwhelm sometimes. Finding that happy medium and that tension being there, that's steamy and, you know, and boiling at times. But Neptune is in Pisces for a while still. So it's station forward. All planets are, until the retrograde happens, I think, on the 27th in Pluto. But that's beautiful. So the first two weeks of moving forward on your plans, your agendas and everything. And the Hangman in reverse is beautiful, because that's where I was going. This represents Pisces. Hangman is just that. You've been paused. You've been really kind of maybe taking the vacation, taking a rest on these amazing new ventures and ideas and inspirations you have, to make a new start, to create something upon what you already have in your relationship, bring it to the next level. If it has to end, it's going to end. And that's okay too. And I don't mean to be cold about that, because I've certainly had that happen. It doesn't feel good, obviously, in the moment, but it only leads to a better situation in your future. So that's what I have to be really real with you about. And it's so true. And when it needs to happen, most of the time we know it. You know what I mean? It's like it's building up to that. I don't feel this way at all. There's going to be a percentage of you, of course, but you knew it was coming. It was the best thing. I'm thinking with the Libra moon and full moon and you, Aries, in the relationship sector, it's really more about just bringing it to the fullest compassionate side that you could possibly do. And the Hangman in reverse is like not waiting anymore. Yes, it's about seeing things in a different perspective, regardless of what position it is. And there's a real mellow kind of, once again, let's let the flow of life take its place. Let's trust in the process. And all of that is just becoming so very, very eye-opening and awakening to you. And definitely in this connection. Whatever you've been holding off on, or the pause, or the waiting of some circumstance, whatever it is, it could be so many different things. It's not going to be, you're not going to have to wait anymore, and it's going to come in really fast. So I hope you're prepared for that, because I think you are. I think if any sign is, it's you. And to know that, yeah, you've really, once again, with your retrograde, Mars in retrograde of Aries, it was just like a long time to really, really kind of put all the pieces in place in a way that felt right, you know, and you didn't have much of a choice, but while it was happening, you really started to grow and just mature, and that's what that's saying. So whatever's been held back, and, you know, we had retrograde in basically all of February, and then finally the shadow period ended, you know, in March. It's happening, okay? And it's happening in your love, and it's happening in your life in so many areas. And I'm really happy for you. And I'm using the beautiful All Queens Tarot deck because it's very, very black and white. And that's the energy I get, the strength I get. If I don't use black for Aries, it's red. It's just power, you know, there's no gray. It's yes. I mean, you are a cardinal. You're not like fixed like Leo. But, you know, you're very, very powerful and people just feel it. The second category is the possible blessings or obstacles. It's just amazing to me. I love Spirit. I love doing these readings. You have the 8 of Wands. I mean, this is the fire. This is the 8. 8 is the most abundant, prosperous number in numerology. It could happen that you're starting after a pause and a wait and some confusion and, you know, misleading things. And it's going so fast forward. Information is coming through to get this thing going. Right? No disillusionment, no second guessing, no more waiting. I just said that's done. When the Hangman is in reverse, it's over. The wait is over, and I am excited about this. It's an excited feeling that's going all through my body right now, which is what I get anyway when it has to do with the fire. Because it brings that fire under our, you know what? It makes things happen. Oh, that sounds so good. That feels so good. So something's happening. And like I said, it could be travel too. If you haven't made the plans or you're not there right now and watching this on your vacay, it's short for vacation, it's on. It's absolutely on. And it's your turn and I'm happy for you and you deserve it. And it's going to bring a lot of things this year for you. This is just the beginning. So yeah. The fire of the two of you, you know, working in union together. Just fantastic. When it's good, it's good. The final category is, for this highlighted connection, is the finances, you know, and that's important. What do you have? I can't see. These are kind of new still, but I absolutely love them. The Queen of Tarot. All the Queens Tarot, the Magician, oh my gosh. Woo! You go from pause to let her go, get her done kind of energy, right? End of that waiting, making it happen. Second possible blessings or obstacles. I see it as a blessing. The doors are wide open. The floodgates are open, okay? Fast moving information, energy, arrows pointing in the direction you want it to. And then the Magician, knowing you have every single tool it takes to create the finances you need, the stability. Now, you know, finances is usually, yes, under the financial category. But I also say wealth in all areas, such as romance, certainly your health. And, you know, with the fire signs, they get so anxious and they get so involved. It's usually very physical, and you just have to watch that, okay? Make sure that you're just keeping it moderate and not overdoing it and making that quick little turn that'll get that back thing or the ankle, whatever it is. I'm just saying that definitely comes up with fire signs in general, and I don't anticipate, I'm not a doctor, I don't anticipate anything like that. It's just being aware. You've got this, okay? And you know that. And you're feeling really, really positive. And I might add that when it is your season, it is a more magical time. You will receive things that other signs don't. It's a special time where you write down certain desires and wants and gifts, and they happen, okay? And just believe that, because it's coming. I absolutely love that. Look at this beautiful illustration. It's so beautiful to come in here and be able to share with you messages that, well, these are energies, and that's how I always look at tarot. We have free will. These energies are here, then they leave, and then other energies come and they leave, and then similar ones and patterns and cycles happen with astrology. And it's all just to kind of let us know if we're feeling a certain way and you're concerned about it, don't be. Check it out and recognize that pretty much everybody's going to be feeling that way for this specific amount of time. And time is kind of, it's not linear, so it can be different for others. as opposed to yourself. Your natal chart tells you a great deal about it. If you have a bunch of fire in your chart, you're going to feel it more than somebody that only has a sun sign in there, in fire. So if that makes sense, it's an absolutely beautiful time, and it only makes sense and is wide open. There's really nothing you cannot do. And I'm going to say it, it's up to you. You're already being divinely guided. It's all very, very clear to me that it's a go. Okay, it's a yes. All right? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Write it down too, especially by that new moon coming up on the 11th. I'm pulling your rune to kind of, just like I said, just add that last little exclamation or comma to this message. And these are the beautiful amethyst runes that really help to protect and heal and ward away toxic energies. Healing comes into play in all areas if that's necessary right now. It's being sent to you. And I love the Oracle of the Runes because they are an amazing tool, and they have so much depth and knowledge and wisdom to them. And I'm just going to do what I've been doing. I'll hold it up to you. It looks to me like a staff, which is so perfect because it's like the rod and a fire sign. But I'll look to the back of the little cheat sheet and show you. And you have a really beautiful kind of combination of the amethyst, and it looks like another stone that I can't really think of right now, but I used it. I have one in my pocket. It's for clarity and, you know, clear, concise messages and thinking that are coming to you, which is absolutely beautiful. What is that particular? Is that the first one? It most certainly is. Well, that's just perfect. April Fool's, first sign of the zodiac, new year, new opportunities. Wow. And it is called, I'm trying to see here, Fehu, F-E-H-U. Let me read to you what it says specifically. And let me just go into the English section because it's in all different languages, which I absolutely love as well. Number one, where are you? Are you ready? The period is between June 29th and July 13th. Make a note, okay, if you really want to, and just, or come back, because that has significance for you. And that's going to be, what is that going to be? That's going to be definitely during, well, summer, number one, because the equinox, I think, is the 21st of June. It's going to be during the Cancer time, and July 13th, yeah, through the entire season of Cancer. So it says response, trust, recovery, gain, trade, offspring. Oh my gosh. Perhaps a child, perhaps that's what you're thinking in this amazing epiphany of its time. We're moving along now. Things are looking good. We see the light at the end of the tunnel in life, in the world. You know, it's slow, it's not over, but we get it. And you having the enthusiasm that you do, Aries, you're just like, let's have a child. That's indicated here. And you know, the Cancer time and season and so forth is all about, my gosh, it's about family, it's about home, you know, just the compassion and loving home life and such. Something hidden comes to light. Revolution, evasion, beware of frauds. Oh, I like hearing that. Now, that's a super important one. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to, you know, elaborate too much, but yeah, got to watch that these days, right? Don't click on something you're not supposed to. I did have my card stolen, and it always amazes me. I'm like, darn it. Is that because I have any information online? I'm just asking. You can comment back, because I'm more trusting of that, right? We're all supposed to be trusting. Next thing you know, you got to get a new card. But luckily, the bank has been really cool, and they allow you the opportunity to, you know, they'll do a research on it, right? And they do have your back. So that's really cool. Other than that, just being aware of that, you know, and it's not like you have to be worried or concerned. There's not anything that can be done most of the time, except for the recovery when it has been done. Just keeping an eye on that and being sensible, you know, kind of guarding things like you would, right? And oh my gosh, this is wonderful, wonderful, positive things. So this month, the newness of things you're starting, it's going to really be taken off in the next couple months. You know, it takes some steps. We all know that. Sometimes it happens like that. That's reality. But I love that for the finishing, kind of like I said, culmination of the message. It's beautiful for you. And it just keeps getting better, right? So now for every single Aries, beautiful Aries, I'm going to pull 2 oracle messages, okay? This is for all of you and every single one of your connections, relationships, whether it be family, friends, lover, you know, partnership and work, animals, plants. I always add the plants. I name my plants. I know some of you Aries do as well. I feel it. And so let's just go with it. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Van Reed, or Colette. I think it's Colette. From when I heard her pronouncing her name. She's amazing. Many, many decks, but I got these last year and I love it. It's a simple one word sometimes explanation of what the meaning is for you, as well as a number, and I'll read a little bit from the book, okay? It's beautiful. I feel such incredible positivity. And if you are in vacation time, I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful time, as you know you deserve. I look very forward to a vacation again, and I will have one. Poised. Look at this beautiful card. Just, you're ready. It's happening, you know, it's on. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's poised. And it is 48, which equals 12. So that's a 3. 3 is about progression. 3 is about, you know, help from others, you know, perfecting something that you're doing. Once again, going back to the whole aspect of your highlighted connection reading. And by the way, let me just say as a side note, if a lot of Aries are like, I don't really know of a Leo right now, I'm not really 100% sure what you're speaking of, well, stay tuned. Number one, because it's an excellent combination for you, and it's a great energy to mingle with and to whatever you want to do with, certainly business and every other thing. Also, it could definitely mean that, you know, a family member or somebody is, you know, and you're like, oh, yeah, there's a fair amount of support and connection with us that I'd forgotten about, and maybe I want to rekindle again in some way. Or it could be that something's happening in the season time of Leo, which is what? It's basically the end of July and into August, from July 22nd, I believe, to August, about the same, 21st. So yeah, bear that in mind too, okay? Because it has to do with people, but seasons, or people with their energy, okay? And that's a like-minded energy for you. So I'm digging it regardless. It's all working. Let's just put it that way. So let me read you what it says with this poised. And there's stars, and there's dreams, and there's accolades. You've got the ribbons that I'm looking at, like, you know, when you get rewarded for something, work well done, you know, long, hard efforts being recognized. That always feels good, right? Birthday celebrations on your behalf, Aries, you know you love it. And I don't blame you. I definitely don't blame you. So 48. Let's see what it says here. That's at the end. Since there's only like, where's 47? All right. So the essential meanings: being ready, bringing something to light. I mean, this cannot be more synchronistic. Honestly, I'm absolutely loving this. And that's what Spirit does for us, if we want to listen, right? Being at your best, confidence. You can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. The Magician, right? You know what you need to. You know what you need to your, well, it's a little bit of a type of error, sorry. You know what you need to sharpen your skills. You know what you need. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge. Forgive me, I was just trying to figure that out. And you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. I'm going to read the relationship part too. I just feel really compelled to do so. When you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. Isn't that the truth? You're like a magnet. They just seem to come out of nowhere because you're feeling good. And people really like to be around that. I love being around people that are happy and smiling. I don't know about you. It's just the law of attraction. It's real. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, relationships, and harmonious new connections all are present now and are coming in. Of course they are, Aries. You're ready to give and to receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. I don't even know what to say. Happy, happy birthday to all of you out there. It's, yeah. I think we're all just thinking, yes, bring it. Bring it. And mind you, like I said, with Aries season, we all get to feel this energy. And I thank you very much for that. I have an Aries moon. I sure do. Yeah. It's, I look forward to all of this happening. I can't wait. You know, it comes in different forms for everybody. And I'm willing and able to let it in. This is a beautiful message for you, though. This is the Super Attractor Manifestation message where you feel and create the life you want. That's it. When you feel it, you're going to put that out there and it's going to come back to you. And you know how to be optimistic. You know how to make that happen. You've been doing it your whole life. You see something, you believe in it, it's there, okay? And then you may have to, tweak it a bit or whatever afterwards. Doesn't matter. You just have that much confidence. It's a big part of it. Self-assurance, self-acceptance, We all want that. I strive for that still. So your beautiful message, Aries, in closing your reading for today, April 1st, 2021 is, I just got this. This is so beautiful, but it makes sense. This is, I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. Because the universe really, truly loves us. The universe is always conspiring in our favor. And even if it's the smallest little thing, if you recognize that, acknowledge it, and feel the gratitude from it, it just keeps coming. And then you, in turn, share that with others because of your happiness and the energy you're bringing forth. And it's just one big, beautiful, happy party. So I like that as an affirmation or, a mantra you can use. But I appreciate you taking the time. I really do. I won't take any more of your time, but I love you all. I hope you're doing every bit of this and more, and will continue to. But come back for your mid-month, okay, and see where it is at that point, okay? Can it? Yeah, it can keep going up, of course. Or certainly staying that way. So until next time, have a beautiful day and the rest of the half of the month. Until then, bye for now.